It's time for Health Sakes. This is brought to you by our friends over at Northeastern Counseling and Tri-County Health. And today we're gabbing with a guest, and we have Dave here. He is the environmental health scientist at Tri-County Health. Hi, Dave. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
We're talking pools, swimming pools, hot tubs, all those things.
Yes. It's a big topic, very wide, very deep, but we just have a few minutes, so we're just going to brush over it very quickly over the top and just kind of give you some ideas or things to think about when you have a pool in your backyard and you're kind of getting it going for the summer.
Okay, let's talk pools first, then we'll go hot tubs. Tell us the key points with a swimming pool.
So with swimming pools, definitely, replace the water, especially if you've left water in over the winter to keep, weather from blowing your pool away.
Right.
For a couple of reasons. One, just to get rid of all the algae growth and stuff like that. And then making sure the water's clear. And that has more of a life-saving thing to it because if you can't see the bottom of the pool, and if somebody...
Right, you can't see someone down there.
Yep, exactly. If you don't know they're down there, you can't, they could end up drowning. So it's really important to make sure pool startup is a big thing to make sure you have a good, fun summer.
Okay, and random question. Should you change your pool water throughout the summer, or do you just need to start with some good water and then you're good for the rest of the summer?
That's a great question. So, yes, if you get really high smells of like that chlorine, showing kind of like the urea in the water, the chlorine's being used up, one of the fastest ways to get that smell to go away is to take out some of that water and put new water back in. That's one of the ways you just kind of basically just hit and reset and starting over again.
Right, because something we talked about before we went live is that when people go somewhere, typically like a public pool, a public community pool, and you smell that high chlorine, it's not because there's a lot of chlorine in the water.
Yeah, it's a lack of chlorine. The chlorine is being used up, and so the smell is from the urea and the urine and stuff like that that's in the water using up the chlorine. So
basically, if you smell a lot of chlorine, that means there's a lot of pee in the pool. You should probably change
pee
the
and
water.
Sweat, yeah.
Okay, now what about with hot tubs? Because a lot of people, not a ton of people here have swimming pools because it's Vernal and Roosevelt, but what about hot tubs? Because a lot of people do have those.
Yeah, hot tubs, same thing. Another thing too is if you have a lot of foaming in the water, that can be an indication of not so much sunscreen, but suntan lotion, deodorant, makeup, things like that, and then the aerators from the hot tubs. They kind of they shoot air into it and it makes it really foamy.
Really?
So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that's why you need to shower before you get in the pool, and that so if you do get a lot of foaming that just won't go away, it could be an indication that you have a lot of stuff like that.
A lot of products on your body that aren't reacting
exactly. Well. And then the last thing is algae. And that's pretty much the biggest thing that everybody fights with all summer. It's easier to prevent it than to try to fight it after it's there.
Right.
We can't really do anything about the environmental things, like the heat or the humidity or the sun and things like that, that's going to make it grow. But what you can do is you can help to mitigate other things. A lot of suntan lotion, not sunscreen, but suntan lotion has things into it that the algae likes to eat. It's
really?
And so it can spur algal blooms and things like that.
Right, you're feeding it.
Yep. So, and then to brush and skim, stuff like that. So, and then making sure that your filters are going all the time, that the water's continually being turned over through whatever filtration system you have at the house is. Those kinds of things, if you stay on top of it, you can pretty much keep it really from ever showing up.
Right. Like you said, it's a lot easier to get ahead of it than try to get rid of it.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. And if anybody had specific questions for you, can they come down to Tri-County Health and talk to you? Can they call in?
Yeah, they can call our webpage, tricountyhealth.gov. You can go to swimming pools and stuff like that, and I think my contact number is there. And if they have questions or thoughts, but also they can Google things too. But I'm more than willing to give people ideas and pointers for their home pool so that they can be safe and everybody has a good time this summer.
Right, good safe summer. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, David. Thanks for coming in.
Appreciate it.